Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome to Seti Saturday, March the 30th, 2024. We welcome you to Empowerment. We welcome you to knowledge. We welcome you to courage. We welcome you to prosperity. We welcome you to embolden yourself to expand your experience in this thing that they call life. We are so happy to be here with you today. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe as we are broadcasting live on Facebook, Seti Inc. at Facebook, also Seti Inc. on YouTube. Family, we're going to be broadening ourselves out. We're going to talk a little bit about it today. We're going to be moving into the realm of the free world. The free world. What do I mean? The free world of empowerment, the free world where you and I are not any longer at the whims, not any longer at the control of elites and big corporations. We're talking about the blockchain. We're talking about the blockchain. We're talking about the blockchain. And in this continuous series of why should you be in DeFi, we're going to get right into it today. So we are Seti Inc. We are a management consulting company. We do a number of things to help businesses, individuals, um, individuals, and organizations. We do management consulting, business advisory, digital economics, digital financial literacy, decentralized cryptocurrency interaction. Four main pillars that we stand upon are strategic planning, and really that's where management consulting falls under wealth creation, financial development. Um, it is of the utmost importance that we understand how to navigate in the new world of things, where in a blink of an eye you will and can be shut down. Your bank account. We're seeing it even now. Ironically, I read a number of stories where money is disappearing out of people's bank accounts. It's seemingly never before, but maybe this was going on. Maybe we didn't see it quite as much, but it's certainly being reported now. Seems like at least every week there's one, two, three articles about people having these types of experiences. We need to have alternative methods, and ways to deal with our money, and not just deal with it, but control it. Wealth management. This, of course, is getting those earnings, developing systems, strategies, protocols that get earnings, interacting with such things, and then managing it to your better benefit. Wealth security. We know that there are vicious entities and people who want to take from you what you've worked so hard for. This is wealth security. Now, as we continue to delve into um, the scope of things that we're talking about, why should you be in decentralized finance? More and more, we see reasons, right? If you have not done this, in other words, you're not already in some way, shape, or form learning about decentralized finance, about the technology of blockchain specifically, you're putting yourself and your family in grave danger. Why am I saying this? We're going to be reporting and giving information about a number of things, trends, you could call them, that we're now seeing going on here in the US and throughout the world, where again, there seems to be a seizure of power. We are wrangling, we are in a fight, we are in a battle. You and I, and some of us, you're in a battle, you don't even know you're in a battle, but you're in a battle for your freedom, for your choice, for your control, for your freedom of speech, for your ability to actually even be a human being. Do you understand that some people want to use technology and are using technology right now to question your humanness? And sooner or later, they're going to tell us that we have to give them something, our data, maybe our blood samples. Already they're taking our facial recognition, our fingerprints, our iris scans, telling us that this will help to prove we're human. Uh, why do we have to do that? When did that actually happen? That it became a necessity all of a sudden that I would have to prove that I'm human. These are the types of things that are happening in today's world. These are the types of things that you and I need to be made aware of so that we can continue to protect ourselves. Why should you be in decentralized finance? Because digital economics is the future of money, which is already happening today. And not being connected in the right places at the right time will leave us vulnerable and maybe even put us in dire straits. Now, I want to get a little more deeper here. A number of activities, a number of things have taken place as of late. Um, Major corporations, you've seen the names, you know who they are. Um, they play a major role in the world. Now, I want to say, to in all fairness, that some big companies do well. Some big companies treat their employees well. Some big companies um, should have had another one on here that's not doing well, not treating their employees well, but some do, right? So we want to give acknowledgement to any major corporation that's at least trying to do the right thing, at least upholding um, the spirit of the lands in which you may be in, the laws of the lands that you may be in, that you're not doing such things to exploit people and exploit the masses. We thank you, whoever you may be. But some of these corporations here listed have a tendency and have been known to violate human rights, violate people's rights, violate freedom of speech, and commit grossly unfair and unjust practices, both business practices and ethical practices, right? We've just experienced one such thing recently. We're fighting, we're looking into it. So I'm not going to go head on into it, but I will be talking about it more and more. But one of our accounts was recently shut down for absolutely no reason. No reason was given to us. Some innocuous nonsense about a supposed accused violation of any number of things listed. Is this the spirit of injustice that has now more vigorously engrossed the world, that the elites and their corporations are not yet happy with all the money and power that they already have, that they feel so threatened that anytime anyone would say anything like the truth about them, that they would want to then shut you down. They would want to then somehow impede you getting out the message. And it's not even at this moment that we necessarily have a great following in any place, but obviously the message and the power of words ignited by the right spirit, the spirit of the Most High and the ancestors, at any point can become viral, because people are experiencing a number of things throughout the planet. A number of challenges are going on. We just read up recently where in another place, and we're going to get into the specifics of that next week, a person was literally arrested for speaking out against a corporation. Arrested, right? Now, that might not happen yet here, where you get criminally arrested for speaking out, but we know there is repression. We know there is a purpose reality to try to squash anyone who speaks truth. We know that there is, and everybody can have their opinions, right? So we do leave room in everything we say for potential error, but there also and there's also, our opinions and anyone's opinions, right? But there's also just the facts, at least as they're being reported in media. So when a corporation has been known to steal from his customers or have been fined, right? They literally got a fine from a government agency for breaking the law, for discriminatory practices, or for violations of the Constitution, right? This may literally have happened in many cases with these very corporations that you're looking at on the screen right now, right? That's not hearsay, that's a fact. It's a reported fact in media. And if we can go and research and see the fines and the penalties, and they make deals, though, right? Sometimes you see these corporations just do the payout and they admit no wrongdoing, but they pay out because they know they've done wrong often. And certainly, if they haven't, as we say, in the shadow of the law, can't be completely proven that they've done wrong, that they've done enough wrong that it would be costly or more costly just not to settle. So we want to get in. I'm going to begin to dig in more and more to this. And this again is why you and I, the average everyday man and woman, needs to become more and more astute about the technologies that are protecting us, the technologies that are of the people, the technologies that safeguard us from these villains, that safeguard us from these elite vultures, bloodsuckers, and corporations who want to take advantage of us, who want to violate our rights, who are violating the constitutions, who are violating the simple principles of ethics. How unjust is it to be accused of something and then be adjudicated against and then punished and not even know what you've done? How horrible is that? Now, and we're just remember that all of the great tyranny that we've seen in the world starts small. It doesn't generally start large, it starts small. So we're seeing the increase now of corporate power being used against average everyday citizens of various nations to begin to destroy our capacity just to be human beings with the full right of choice and expression. Blockchain is an answer to this because we can go into blockchain and begin social media presence there. We can go into blockchain, safeguard our money there. We can go into blockchain and have freedoms and choices. Governments are seeking to take our financial choices away, while some of these elite corporations are taking our freedoms of speech and communication away. Blockchain is an answer for the people's freedoms. We need to learn. We advocate this strongly. We want to educate and teach you about blockchain and the fundamental principles about it that safeguard our rights, safeguard our freedoms, safeguard our humanistic presence in the world today. We're living in a world where it will become difficult for you to prove you're human unless you have bowed down to systems and given over your power to someone else. We need to prepare ourselves today for such things as they are happening remotely and continuously and being upscaled more and more and more. We see this manifesting and taking place. Now, we want to talk a little bit about Web 3 versus Web 2. A lot of people don't know you're on the internet. You don't really even know anything about the internet that you're on. There was actually a Web 1. But we are living mostly in the time of Web 2, the time of the big corporate tech companies that rule the space of the internet, that have the biggest prowess over the internet, that are waxing rich on because of the internet, because you and I interact with it and function with it. And this Web 2 reality is consistent with attempted control of the internet itself. They would love to control it. Some of those same companies I just mentioned are against opening up, let's say, the internet for more people to be able to share because they want to control it. They want to control innovation. They want to they are doing destructive injustice practices, as I mentioned, shutting accounts down. This is going on all over the place on many of these social media platforms. People get shut down every single day, and there's no explanation given to them. Nothing. People's social realities are destroyed. Their companies have been injured and damaged. Reputations are destroyed because of the innate, the careless and thoughtless and brutal attacks that happen by some of these corporations. Servitude, right? Some people are making their livings on these platforms in Web 2. Imagine your entire way that you earn your living being destroyed. And that which you produce is not necessarily your own. Your content is not necessarily your own. And we know because of the advent of many of these companies, small businesses themselves have been destroyed. Whole communities have been affected because of the new age of robber barons that has taken place. And of course, repression against your freedom of speech. In the US, a coveted right, a coveted right. And yet, these robber barons, these elite, are getting away with their uncanny destruction and attacks on people's rights of communication. But Web3 is an answer. The blockchain again, Web3, Web3, blockchain based, people in self directed, innovative, freedom of speech, economically empowered. Imagine you being the one who reaps the benefit and and the bounty rather than big tech getting and waxing rich off of your energies and my energies and efforts because of they should be respecting us more. They should be sending us portions of their revenue because they derive their revenues from us. We're feeding into them, and yet we're disrespected. Web3 is the answer. Web3 is the answer for the common everyday man and woman to have a place of safety, a place of hegemony, a place of productive prosperity and innovative resolve. This is what we should be after. This is what we need to begin to understand. This is the information we need to be getting out that people need to understand all across the planet. Do not sleep on your own freedom and your own independence, which are being challenged today. Everything that we have is under challenge. The ultimate goal of the powers to be is to control the masses and to put us in a box of easy management for them. We should not and cannot allow such things to exist. Now, I'm going to just move right along, but we got to enlighten and awaken people to the facts about what is manifesting itself today in today's world and how it is more and more going to have implications on our lives, our everyday lives. Now, as we're talking about these things, the blockchain and its favorite son, the grandmother, grandfather of them all, Bitcoin, is blessing us. It is blessing people across the planet. It is opening up avenues where there is a repressive state who is trying to force its population into central bank digital currency. Bitcoin is an answer for the people, an answer for the people's freedoms and capacities and capabilities to transact business, to do commerce amongst ourselves. We don't have to give all of our money to anyone. We can make our choices. These are the things we are teaching here at Seti Inc. You want to reach out to us at customer service at TiSetiInc.com, customer service at TiSetiInc.com to begin your digital education. We are the leaders in digital financial literacy, and the Bitcoin halving is awesomely near. As we're moving into the month of April, this supply and demand dynamic, this business dynamic, this is causing and is emboldening and enriching people. It has shaken up the world. Bitcoin, The decentralized finance component is merely a component, a small entity, a small excerpt in the big world of decentralized finance, but the power it has shown, the robustness it has shown. No one today can speak against the power of decentralized finance and what it can do for you and I, the average everyday man and woman. Nobody today. 20 million% in growth in 10 years. There's nothing remotely comparative to this. And we just got started. The Bitcoin halving will seemingly and most likely be ushering in the biggest bull market that has ever been seen as of yet. Huge potential is awaiting us today. And we want to put you, family, right in the cutting edge, right in a position. It is all about being in position. You've heard it. Being in the right place at the right time is of the greatest of blessings. Join us very, very soon, April 17th. This may, in fact, actually be the day sometime in April, uh, likely between the 17th and the end of the month. But you want to join us on this day, Wednesday, April 17th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, US. We will be doing our third Learn and Earn event where we're going to get deeper into the reality of the great blessings that are unfolding, the immense capacity, power, and capability of decentralized finance in all respects, not just financial, but in all, in I should say, many respects, a multitude of respects. Blockchain is already and can be used to empower ourselves, to protect ourselves, to cause us to thrive, to take for ourselves some of that which we are worthy to have. It is not just about the giants of industry being able to take from us. In fact, they would be nothing more than dwarfs if they had not been allowed to grow to the potential that they are today. They should be on their knees blessing us because we are the ones who have funded them to great potential. Without customers and clients, no company can exist. So let us understand that we, you and I, are the powers that be. And even in the decentralized world itself, we need to continue to remind ourselves that it is no entity, protocol, platform, or engineered developer who is so awesome that they can just do what they want and disrespect the people. It is the people, the communities of decentralized finance that make all of these things great. Let us never forget our importance. Let us never forget our strength and power. We are going to be teaching such things and getting us ready in position for the greatest bull run that we've seen to date. Be register. You can do so on our channels. You can come also to our website and register, www.tasetiinc.com. You can register in Facebook. You can catch the caption on YouTube. Make sure you register and get in and get ready. It's just down the road. Learn and Earn 3, Taseti Inc. It is time for the people to conquer. It is time for us to stand up. It is time for us to become awesomely knowledgeable about the world we live in, the truth about what is going on so that we can be ready to take on what may come. Thank you so much, family, for joining us today. Thank you for being a part of Taseti Inc. We look forward to serving you for making you powerful and prosperous in 2024 and beyond. Share, like, and get this word out to the people. May your weekend be blessed and bountiful. Thank you so much. Peace and power.